The Philippines is known as Perlas ng Silanganan. The culture of the Philippines comprises a blend of traditional Filipino and Spanish Catholic traditions, with influences from America and other parts of Asia. It has a wide range of traditions and beliefs that makes it unique from other countries. The Filipinos are family-oriented and often religious. Filipinos are also hospitable people who love to have a good time. The annual calendar is packed with festivals, many of which combine costumes and rituals from the nation's pre-Christian past with the Catholic beliefs and ideology of present day.
There are 134 ethnic groups in the Philippines, the majority of which are indigenous, though much of the overall Philippine population is constituted by only 8 to 10 lowlands ethnic groups. The first primary ethnic groups in the Philippines are Aitas, who are the first migrants or inhabitants of the Philippines. Over the years, the majority of their population managed to keep their cultural groups and traditions. The majority of the people in the Philippines are of Austronesian descent, who migrated from Taiwan during the Iron Age. They're called ethnic Filipinos. The largest Filipino ethnic group include Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and Tausug. Tagalog language, member of the Central Philippine branch of Austronesian language family and the base for Filipino, an official language of the Philippines together with English. It's the most closely related to Bicol and Visayan language. Cebuano, Hiligaynon, and Samar, native Tagalog speakers, form the second largest linguistic group. In the Philippines, they number about 14 million. They are located in central Luzon and parts of Mindanao. Filipino is based on Tagalog. It's spoken by another 25 million persons as a second language and is increasingly used as literature, radio, and press, and language for government and education.
They are the largest ethnic group in the geographical division of the country when taken as a single group, numbering some 33.5 million. The Visayas broadly shares a maritime culture with strong Roman Catholic traditions merged with cultural elements through centuries of interaction and intermigrations mainly across the seas of Visayas. Visaya religion is animistic. There are shamans and diviners. Illness is caused by soul loss, and a spirit medium is used for retrieval. The dead are revered, but there is no true ancestor worship. Spirits of the dead can be dangerous if not properly mourned. Cebuano is identified mother tongue of 1/4 of the Filipino nation. The language is used by people living mostly in Cebu and some regions in Negros Occidental. Cebuanos have a strong sense of religiosity, fanatism, and communal identity. Cebuanos are known for their devotion to the Holy Child or the Senior Santo Niño, whose fest day in January features much street dancing. Cebuano people love sarcasm and play of words of multiple meanings. Other people tend to get offended on how they speak, but it can be intentional or unintentional by some. Cebuano is phonetically and linguistically different from the Filipino language. It is the center of Visayan Cebuano culture and has preserved a strong Spanish tradition in its cultural life.
The Ilocanos speak a Western Austronesian language of the Northern Philippine group, whose closest relatives are the languages of neighboring mountain peoples. Ilocano has become the lingua franca of northern Luzon, as Ilocano traders provide highland peoples with their primary link to the commerce of the outside world. The Ilocanos have an epic, the Biag ni Lamang, or Life of Lamang, which, however, exists only in the form of a highly Hispanicized metrical romance composed in the 19th century. Ilocos is also the only place in the country where the Spanish zarzuela is still performed.
Hiligaynon is the second most widely spoken language in the Philippines, specifically Western Visayas, and it includes Panay Island and Negros Occidental. Most Hiligaynon live in small rural barrios where the main economic activity is farming and fishing. The major crops are rice, sugarcane, and coconut. They are considered as the friendliest people in the country, warm and welcoming, gentle and soft-spoken, who'd go out of their way to make perfect strangers feel at home. Hiligaynon share the general Filipino behavioral values such as hiya, and violating norms will earn gaba or the supernatural punishment.
The Bicolano people or the Bicolanos are the fourth largest Filipino ethno-linguistic group. Males are usually referred to as Bicolano, and Bicolana is used for females. They are largely an agricultural and rural people, producing rice, coconuts, hemp, and spices. Some persisting traditional practices are the pamalay, Pantumina, and Tigsikan. Beliefs on God, the soul, and life after death are strongly held by the people. Related to these, there are annual rituals like the Pabasa, Tanggal, Fiestas, and Flores de Mayo. Waray-waray traditions can be traced to pre-colonial times. Fiestas are celebrated with prayer, food, drinking, dance, and music. For example, the Kuretsa dance is a very popular traditional dance of the Waray-waray at many social gatherings, especially weddings. Waray-waray traditions can be traced to pre-colonial times. Fiestas are celebrated with prayer, food, drinking, dance, and music. For example, the Kuretsa dance is a very popular traditional dance of the Waray-waray at many social gatherings, especially weddings. The Filipino culture and values show the world what the nation's journey has been through the centuries. It is our identity that provides important social and economic benefits to us and enhances our quality of life, increasing our overall well-being for individuals and for the country as a whole.
The group members are Rel Esmaher, Kimball Magnabe, Erica Lanzar, Jerry Tonico, and Marie Salo, and we are Hiligaynons, and this is the end of our presentation.
Thank you all for listening. May we Filipinos continue to promote the cultures, traditions, and beliefs of our country, and also to appreciate the different ethnic groups of our country.